All right, so today we're going to start in on some really neat stuff. I actually call it cool stuff, and you can make a folder in your CAD folder called cool stuff, or you can call it whatever you want to. It doesn't really make any difference. But this is just going to be, we're going to learn to use the various different tools in here uh, that are that are going to allow you to do different shapes. And these tools are called features. So when I taught you earlier that when you edit things, you can edit the sketch or you can edit the feature, I'm going to show you more features. The only feature you've learned to use so far is the extrude tool, and I'm going to show you some really cool features here. So I'm just going to go up here to part. I'm going to start a new part. And what we're going to do first is we're going to do something called a revolve. So I'm going to have this come up, and it's loading right now. And we're going to start off with an XY plane. So here's our revolve up here that we're going to be doing. So we're just going to go 2D sketch again, and we're going to let this come up, and we're actually going to do this on an XY plane. Start off with something very basic here. And I'm going to, again, just go out a little bit on my wheel. I'm going to roll my wheel out 2 clicks. And I'm going to start off with the line tool here. And I'm going to go down to absolute 0, get that green dot down there that I've asked you guys always get. And I'm going to bring this up, I don't know, this is 1.75 or whatever. It really doesn't matter. What we're going to do here is we're going to make a shape. Now, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to get an absolute perpendicular line, and I want you to have it come out at least a half of an inch right there. So you can see the perpendicular constraint icon. Something that's going to come out here. And then I'm going to make a series of just kind of goofy little lines that come out here. Please don't make this too tight. If you make this too tight, this will not work. So if you make an angle like this, or you make an angle like this, it's not going to work. So just keep it kind of gentle. I'm just going to come out this way, and I'm going to escape. And now we're going to add some other cool lines. So we're going to use a 3D arc here. We're going to use a 3-point arc. And there's different types of arcs that you can use. Remember, anytime that you have a drop down, that you can take that down. But we want to use this 3-point arc because we're going to start off right at this line here. Now, if you don't get a green dot right here, this will not work. This is kind of like a balloon, and if you don't have the balloon completely closed up, the air will go out and you won't get your revolve done. So you got to make sure you go back in there, get that green dot. We're going to get that green dot right there. And I'm just going to come out here. And again, we're not going to make this too radical. If you make this swing back up here and this becomes too tight, or if this thing swings over itself like there, this will not work. So we're going to make this a kind of a gentle curve here. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to do another one here. So again, you got to get that green dot. I'm going to come out here. And let's just make this one kind of convex. And you can see that there's a tangent constraint that comes up there. If you come out far enough, you can make this a tangent constraint, and then that would be constrained as a tangent right there. You see that coming out. Again, we talked about those geometric and linear constraints. Okay, and I might just throw in one more just for kicks and giggles. We're going to just throw this one in here, and we'll just come down here and we'll just pop this one. And again, not trying to make it too radical, just trying to make it look nice and classy, and popping that in. I'm going to go back to my line tool again, get that green dot. If you don't get that green dot, be careful, don't sneeze. Okay, and we're going to just bring that out, and then I'm going to bring this. I think I'm going to do another one here. I'm going to bring it down to this line. Now, if I come back here to this green dot right here, okay, then it will actually lock into that line. I'm going to go perpendicular with this. And then with this, I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to get this green dot here. So this has to be completely closed up. And if it's not, the revolve is not going to work. So I'm going to finish that sketch. And sometimes it's very hard to actually see whether or not that is closed up, because if you have a very slight area that's there, this will not work. Now, I'm missing my view cube and I'm missing my navigation bar here. So this was something that we had just done in the last video where we recorded something. So I'm going to go into view, and in my view, I'm going to go to user interface, and I'm going to put my view cube back on. I'm going to put my navigation bar back on, and notice that I still am in presentation mode. So I'm going to go over to my tools, and in my tools, I'm going to go to application options. And in application options, I'm going to move this back to gradient, and I'm going to move it back to winter night. I think, no, winter day, I think is what it is. Winter day. And I'm going to apply that and click on OK. No, it's not winter day. That's a little bit too dark, and you guys won't see what I'm trying to do here. So, Wonderland, no. Winter night, I don't think it's winter night. It certainly isn't winter day. Might be sky. There it is. We're going to go here. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my 3D model here, and I have this thing all set. Now, I can pretty much see here that there's no openings, but sometimes you might have an opening. So sometimes what you might have to do, if this doesn't work, you might have to go back in here and you might have to close these up using a geometric constraint. But I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. What we're going to do, well, no, let me go ahead and do that right now. If I go back in here and I right click and I edit the sketch, this geometric constraint up here is called coincident, okay? So with coincident, what you can do is you can make sure that this line and that point line up. And it says that already exists, so I'm going to cancel that, so it's good to go. But you can, sometimes you'll come in here and these will be just ever so slightly open, and you have to be careful with that. All right, so I'm going to go back in here, and we're going to go to this Revolve tool right here. So you notice that it has a hotkey again, that hotkey being R. All right, so I'm going to come in here, and it's going to tell me down here in the status bar, it tells us, it says select an axis, because right now I'm looking at, what the axis is. So right here in red, it's saying select an axis. Well, the axis is going to be the vertical area that it spins around. So I want this to spin around this vertical area right here. And so I'm going to go, okay, and look at that. That's really cool. Now, like with any Inventor features, you can take away or add. So I could go in here, I could go into this, and I could cut this open, and I could actually take away some material as well if I wanted to. Now, this particular one looks really cool as polished copper. So I'm going to go in here into my default. It's not responding. It's going a little bit slow here. Sometimes when I'm running my video, it really goes kind of slow. And it's actually off the page for some reason. It's kind of weird. But you can see up here that it's doing like all sorts of different things. Yeah, it doesn't look so cool in denim, but I'm going to go for polished, and it's kind of running really slow right now. I'm going to go for polished copper. So I have to go up to the C's, I think, maybe. And it's not showing up as that. Let me go back down here to P and polished. Come on. Polished. And polished and brushed. And I'm not sure what happened to my copper. Maybe with 2020 they took it away. Well, that's not fun. All right, it is under copper polished. So it's under those C's and polished. Now look, kind of looks like a spittoon. Well, let's go ahead and make it a spittoon. So let's add another feature here. You can see here where sketch one is filled in, right? Now, if it didn't spin and it didn't fill in right away, that means that you had a little bit of a leak in there and you had to go back into sketch one and you have to close up that leak. okay? So make sure that you do that so that that happens. All right. So now let's make this thing hollow. Well, how are we going to make it hollow? Well, what we're going to go up to is we're going to go up here to shell. So here's create, and these are modify. So there's all sorts of really cool modify things that we could do. We can put in threads, we can do shells, we can fillets, we can do all sorts of really good. That's not fillet. We're not doing fish or steak here. That's a fillet. Okay. So we're going to go to shell, and in shell, it says down here again, it says select a surface to remove. That's our status bar. It says, so let's take that surface. Now look how thick that is right now for me. That's pretty thick. So 0.1 is pretty thick. So I'm going to go, let's try 0.0, I don't know, let's try 0.03, see how that does. That's not bad. So for me, 0.03 is really works. And I'm going to click on OK. And there it is, which is really cool. So that's hollow in there. And I'll show you that it's hollow because I can sit here, I can spin this thing around. You can see inside of there, right? You can see inside there and you go, hey, hello. So it's kind of a spittoon. If you guys don't know what a spittoon is, that is kind of a spittoon. And we can sit here, we can play around with this thing and have a lot of fun. And there it is, there's your revolve. And again, if you have a surface, you can actually take away with a revolve as well. As long as you have a vertical line and you have a closed in sketch, you can take away or you can add. So this is a really neat feature that you can use, that you could do a lot of different things with. And the shell feature as well, that you can draw something solid and then you can shell it out. Now remember, it's not going to take the whole thing out. It's not going to go top to bottom. It's only go from the surface that you started with down through the rest of it to the bottom of it. All right, so that is Revolve. Okay. All right. So I want you to save yours as Revolve when you're done. Go ahead and save it and do a save as Revolve. Okay. All right. Then we're going to go up to new again, and I want you to go to new. And this time we're going to go standard IPT. And in, okay, let's hold, and in standard IPT, we're going to do a new 2D sketch, but this time I'm going to start with an XZ. So I'm going to start this like it's on your table, on your floor, on the ceiling. Okay, those are all XZ planes. The XZ planes are the ones that are flat. Okay, so we're going to start off with an XZ plane here. I'm going to go out just a couple of clicks on my mouse. And then I'm going to go for, let's do a circle here. So you can do really any shape. I'm going to go to absolute 0. And I'm going to make this, I don't know, somewhere close to 4 inches. It really doesn't matter. And I'm going to finish that sketch. Now remember, I've told you with our other projects, never to leave an unconsumed sketch. So we have an unconsumed sketch here. Guess what? I'm going to leave it as an unconsumed sketch. I'm not going to do anything with it yet. I am going to consume it later though. All right, so what I'm going to do is zoom out here. I'm going to drop this down a little bit. And I'm going to expand origin here. And then I'm going to go to plane. And I'm going to come over here to XZ. Now, you have to put your cursor here on the edge. Put your cursor here and pull this up. So I'm going to pull this up, 6 inches. And you can type in 6 inches and hit enter. And there's a plane. So now, in essence, what we have here, okay, in essence, what we have is we have a surface to draw on that's 6 inches above that circle. We drew this circle on absolute 0, and this work plane now is 6 inches above that circle. It's kind of cool if you think about it, right? So it's kind of like starting to draw on the floor and then drawing on your desktop and putting these two things together. So this is going to be really neat. We're going to go ahead and escape out of our free rotate tool. And I'm going to go ahead and put a sketch on this. Now, notice that I can't put a sketch on this right here. It won't do anything. I've got to go actually to put my cursor on the edge on any one of these 4 edges here of this work plane. This work plane here. I'm going to click on there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and get, there's so many cool shapes up here. We have Let's go into the rectangle tool and let's go for polygon, because polygon looks really cool. Now, the problem here is that we can't line up anything down here up here unless it's at absolute. So I'm going to go back here to the top view. If I wanted to lock onto this line, if I wanted the center of this polygon to lock onto this line, notice that it doesn't pick anything up. It doesn't snap. So what you have to do is you have to project that geometry up. So I'm going to click on this geometry and watch what happens when I rotate this up. See how that geometry now is up on that work plane, which is really pretty neat, right? So now when I go in here with my polygon, watch what happens. Oh, look at that. It locks onto there. And I'm going to make this polygon just small. Okay, I'm going to make it smaller purposely. I'm going to make that smaller. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and escape that. And I'm actually going to take this and I'm going to delete that off. And it's important for you to delete that off because this next, the next thing won't work. Okay, that we're going to do, the next feature. And the next feature we're going to do is a loft. Now, what we're going to do with this loft is we're going to go ahead here, and it says down here, it says select a sketch. So I'm going to select this sketch here, and then it says select a sketch still. Oh, so I'm going to select this sketch up here. And wow, look at that. Is that cool or what? And there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with this. It's really a blast, but what we're doing is making a transition from one thing to the next. Now you go, well, what about, Mr. Hill, what about that ugly work plane that's there? Well, let's take that off. We'll just go over here to the browser bar, and we're going to take the visibility off of that, and there's our loft. And then again, you can come in here and you can make this thing, oh, it's coming back here. That's kind of weird. We can make this chrome, and you know, which is really neat. And there's a lot of different materials in here that you can do that are really, really neat. There's our polished copper, and here's our polished chrome. Okay, so you can put that in there, and there that is right there. So there you go. You can see this, and if you have a really good computer at home, you can actually see photographs of the parking lot at Autodesk, and it's pretty wild. Unfortunately, the computers that they give us here at school don't quite have the video card to do that. So there's a loft. I want you to save that as loft, okay? All right, so we're going to take a little break here. I'm going to make another video with sweep and coil. And those are going to be that's going to be next. So